should I start from?
Food, accommodation, it depends on the money that you have. You can start running Airbnb or what we call the online travel booking application.
Are we maximizing the business around tourism enough?
The whole world, Africa takes only 8% compared to the number one city in the world, which is Paris. Go and see the numbers. There are gaps in the entire African space because we didn't see tourism as a socio-economic venture.
Let's look at the business side of this. Is it profitable to invest in any of these areas that you're talking about?
Yes.
Or are we seeing the business side of it?
4.8 billion United States dollars. This is money that came into the country, hotels, restaurants. Wherever you hear the history of black people, Africans who migrated to the diaspora, you want to come to Ghana.
That's right.
That is one product.
But that's a lot. I mean, it's about building the business around all these things.
Yeah.
Our culture, our heritage, our food, creative arts and all that. Ghana has the culture. We have the people. We have the stories. But the big question is, are we fully monetizing our tourism potential? Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Impact Code Africa podcast, where we decode ideas, strategies, and stories shaping Africa's future. Today's conversation is one that hits home because Ghana has the culture, we have the people, we have the stories. But the big question is, are we fully monetizing our tourism potential? To help us break down this, we have someone who has been at the forefront of tourism advocacy. He's a media tycoon and a cultural promoter in Ghana, a media powerhouse, a tourism ambassador, and a voice that has consistently pushed Ghana onto the global stage. He's currently the Deputy CEO, Marketing and Special Projects of the Ghana Tourism Authority. Please help me welcome my big brother, Abeiku Santana.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss, for having me.
Thank you. How's it going? Good.
Great. Busy, working, active, learning, discovering,
Nice. Let's go straight into it. I mean, that's why we are here. Okay, so we're talking about tourism business development in Ghana. What is that? I mean, when we say tourism business development, what are we talking about?
When we talk about tourism business development, we're talking about building a complete sustainable tourism ecosystem value chain where in the context of Ghana, we're looking at our culture, our heritage, our festival tradition, our food, our music, our creativity into an economic viable industry or sector for a sustainable economic development and growth. So there are key touch points. As I mentioned heritage. You can see that Ghana has positioned itself consistently as the home for the African Americans in the diaspora. It's like the home to diasporas. And this was an idea that was propounded by Professor Ifwa Sutherland in the 80s, and it was adopted by government, and they built a festival called the Pan-Africa Theatre Historical Festival, PANAFest. So since 1992, we saw development of heritage infrastructure like the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, which was built in 1992. And you also have the National Theatre and the Accra International Conference Center as holding capacities that can host, these diasporas when they come for conferences. So heritage, culture, if you talk about Ghana, what rings in the minds of the international community, heritage. Aside for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who fought for the independence of Ghana, the first country to gain independence in the sub-Saharan Africa. He was a founding member of the Organization of African Unity. He inspired that. So every African wants to come to Ghana to see the story. And the monuments are there. Then when you talk about transatlantic slave trade, which also started from the 15th century, we have the relics there, we have the monuments there. So wherever you hear the history of black people, Africans who migrated to the diaspora, you want to come to Ghana.
That's right.
That is one product. That is heritage. That is one product. Then the culture of the people, how we have lived, kingdoms, traditions that we have preserved for 400 years, like the Ashantis, who can trace their root to the Maroons in Jamaica, to some part of Trinidad and Tobago, to some part of Abidjan or Cote d'Ivoire, and to some countries in Europe. They have traced their ancestry root. So people in these areas also want to connect. That is also another heritage. Then our way of life, our culture. Let's talk about the creation, the intangibles, our kente. People, today it is a geographical identification for Ghana, listed on UNESCO heritage site. So Ghana has a lot to offer when it comes to culture. So that is the product. We have developed this product. Then we also have the heritage. Then now, the creative art industry, music, fashion. We have, Ghanaian fashion icons. May his soul rest in peace. Ablo, who worked with, Nike, and so on and so forth. We've had designers who have been on international global. Our artists like Ibrahim Mahama, Kwame Akoto Bamfo, just to mention a few. They have also displayed art, sculpture, creativity on the global scene. So Ghana is everything culture and heritage, and also nature wonders. We have the largest man-made lake, that's the Volta Lake. We have, waterfalls. Hey, don't forget, we told the world that in Ghana, when you come, we massage you at the waterfalls. Beautiful ladies, and also share butter. Aisho Speed has told the world. We have a lot. Our food,
solid.
Our festival. Look, we have the best jollof in the world. Though jollof did not originate from Ghana, we picked it from Senegal, but our jollof comes with flavor. You can have avocado on jollof. You can have egg on jollof. You can have kiliwili on jollof. You can have chicken on jollof. I mean, nobody presents this cuisine better in Africa than Ghana. And that is why we are unbeaten when it comes to. Then we have wache, which the Jamaicans call it the rice and peas. I mean, this is a food that nobody can lay claim to it. It's only Ghana that you can find rice, beans, avocado, gari flakes, macaroni, fish, meat, willy, hide. Come on, we have a lot.
Instead of using it for the shoes.
Oh, it's a culture.
Yeah, that's
it's a culture.
But that's a lot. I mean, it's about building the business around all these things. Our culture, our heritage, our food, creative arts, and all that. Have we been able to build a business? I mean, today we understand that tourism, contributes in excess of $4 billion to our GDP. I mean, are we maximizing the business around tourism enough?
Oh, sure. For every 10 people in the informal sector, at least you find about 4 to 5 in the tourism space, be it hotel, restaurant, pubs, nightclubs, today Airbnb, lodges, guest houses, resorts, tour guiding, drivers. So in the informal sector, tourism contributes a lot. And mostly, students or graduates from senior high school to, post, first degree. We have a lot. Tourism, we have been very intentional creating opportunities for our youth in the tourism space. And Ghana, since 2013, His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, created an additional industry, adding it onto the tourism ministry, and that was creative arts. The creative arts prior to was under the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Culture, because we saw creative. But there's a difference between creative arts and culture, like traditional culture. So government went on to establish the Creative Arts Council. Today we from Creative Arts Agency a creative arts council to creative arts agency. Okay. There are legislative instrument that is going to regulate our creative arts industry. We're seeing like podcasting, I mean, digital streaming network platforms, creating opportunity within the creative space for our youth, for them to see that it is an industry. So these are all the steps, the agenda and frameworks that government has put in place to recognize, contribution of people in this space too.
But I think we can still do more, right? The contribution of tourism to GDP. Do you think there are gaps, or do you think there are still things that we can do to even do more and, improve on the contribution of tourism in our national lives? I mean, I know where we said it's very important, because for you to contribute in excess of $4 billion to the national GDP, it's a big thing. But are we maximizing the potential of the tourism sector?
To be honest with you, if you look at the global tourism arrival index and visitor arrival numbers, Africa is doing only 8%. The entire Africa, we are doing 8% of the global tourism travel. When people want to travel to destinations, the whole world, Africa takes 8%. And out of the 8%, let's say Ghana, we are within number 10, the top 10, but in West Africa we are number 1. Okay. But let's look at the numbers. The biggest tourism destination in Africa is Egypt. Then followed by Morocco. Then Morocco, you come to South Africa. Then from South Africa you go to Kenya, then Ethiopia, then Zambia. Zambia. And Ghana also comes in West Africa. So look at the distribution of visitors who come to Africa to spend their money. The whole world, Africa takes only 8%. Compared to, the number 1 city in the world, which is Paris, New York, London. Go and see the numbers. There are gaps in the entire African space, because we didn't see tourism as socio-economic venture. Our focus had always been on education, that is the formal education, infrastructure, health. And before we could even do all these infrastructures, we have to rely on donor partners to give us money. So if we see tourism as infrastructure, the same way we are building roads, the same way we are building schools, the same way we are connecting electricity, then we need to take the entire tourism sector, holistically, and see which areas do we have to develop. Let's start from education. Do we know, do we understand, do we appreciate what tourism is? The African countries that are making 10 million and 7 million, 8 million, 5 million arrivals, they have trained their people, from basic secondary school. They teach tourism. Tourism is in their curriculum. You have lived in East Africa, and you know how they approach tourism.
Solid.
Customer service is excellent. The institutions that are supposed to train the people in the industry or the sector are there. They know tourism. Tourism is a business. I mean, here in Ghana, we are now catching up. So the knowledge, the awareness, the potential and opportunity in the tourism space, we are now exploring. So until we get to the point that we see that, tourism is a sustainable socio-economic activity. Therefore, I've built a hotel. I have to maintain it. I have to make sure that maintenance at some point. Ghana as a destination, we have to, understand that if people will keep coming here, the physical infrastructure must look good. The service intangible experience must be good. Then we must also be competitive price-wise. We must be affordable because, like I said, it's a socio-economic venture. I'll look at the affordability, accessibility, whether I have that, and the experience. Because now you don't even sell only tangibles, not just to go and visit a site, but you want to have an experience. Oh, we went there, we went into the tunnel, and there was light, and they show us movies of how the story happened in the 18th century, so that you get some kind of experience. You understand? We have not gotten there. We are now, so there are a lot of gaps, not only Ghana, but the entire Africa. That is why, our contribution is visa coming to Africa is very expensive. In Ghana, it's about $250 for maybe a single entry. It's expensive.
So, okay. I see you're talking about different things, right? Infrastructure, the intentionality of the people, to educate and to, train, build up the people or the players in the industry, pricing, affordability. I was talking about visa. So, a lot of things that we need to work on. As a country, who is supposed to be doing this then?
Both government and the private sector, because tourism is public sector-led, private sector-driven. Government is not a direct player in the tourism business. Hospitality is not government. Culture is not government. So government build the frameworks. The regulation to guide, the trade or the business. So it's a collective responsibility. But the bigger responsibility lies on government because when tourism is good, government benefits. As you stated, 2024, tourism contributed 4.8 billion United States dollars. This is money that came into the country, hotels, restaurants, art, craft, fashion, concert, and all that. So we need to be intentional. And intentionality means that we need to build a sustainable tourism product experiences and market it for people to come. You understand? Market the destination. Tourism is marketing business. You need to brand the destination. What are you selling? What is your unique selling proposition? Why should people come to your country? What kind of experience would they carry when they come to your country? You need to brag. Talk about what your country, offers when it comes to tourism. And you also need to dissect the market and know different products for different market. And that's why you can see that December in GH, became the new tourism experience. Yes, for the millennials and the Gen Zs, they want that freedom to have their party, raves, and Ghana has positioned itself as that melting pot when people want to have fun in December. There's no country in Africa that has positioned itself as a destination for party, festival, fashion, music, lifestyle in December. Because if you go to some countries in Southern Africa, December, they go to their villages to visit the family. And you find people in the cities. So this is a new product development in our tourism development that we have brought. Now, if you notice this year, Easter became an emerging tourism market season. There were activities in Kweu, in the eastern region, Vojaketa, in the Volta region, Gomwa Carnival in the central region, and Ashanti Fest in Ashanti region. We are not only intentional about developing new product, but we also want to sensitize the domestic market. We want people to travel from their homes and places of abode to other places. The only thing that makes Ghanaians travel from their homes to other places is funeral, which is not a sustainable tourism. Though funeral is what moves people to other parts of the country. We want to create a sustainable, tourism means a tourism that you can continue for over a long period of time and even pass it on to your children. So currently we are doing about 15 million Ghanaians travel, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, according to the Ghana Statistical Service. So out of 35 million people, let's say 15. So 50% Ghanaians travel
within Ghana.
within the country. 42% of the 15 million is funeral. Then you come to visiting families and festivals, then leisure, and so on. So Ghana Statistical Service has the data. I can make this data available to you. So we are collecting data, we are researching, and we are strategically positioning the country as a preferred destination for culture, heritage, and lifestyle tourism. Now we want to bring business tourism, conference. People go to Rwanda for conference because they've built a convention bureau. They go to South Africa for conferences because they've built a convention bureau. They go to Botswana because it's also emerging. Ghana wants to position itself as the destination for business conference meetings. So these we call them incentive travelers. These incentive travelers, when they come, their flight is paid by the organization, their accommodation is paid by the organization. So their disposable income, they will go to restaurant, they will go to nightclubs, they will go to and shop. So we want to build our MICE for as competitive destination for MICE. Why? Because peace, safety, stability. There's no country in West Africa, in fact, in the entire Africa continent, there's no country that has better peace and stability than Ghana.
But let's look at the business side of this. Is it profitable to invest in any of these areas that you're talking about?
Yes.
Or are we seeing the business side of it? Are people making money from this?
Sure. I mean, it's a demand supply, a push and pull, factor here. If people are not demanding for accommodation, you will see skyscrapers, hotels. There are different types of accommodation in the capital or even in the country. We have resorts, both beachfront resorts, forest resort, eco resorts.
People say they are too expensive.
But I'm saying that there's demand for it. It's a seasonal business. The season time, you see, price is relative to quality and the experience that you want to have. People are going to destinations like Indonesia, Bali, and they are paying huge sums of money. Why are you going there? Because you have some experience. Though I want a business to be sustainable, but you also need to consider the cost of operating the business.
That's right.
The cost of operating the business, taxes and levies, affect the operators directly. So to break even, you need to mark up so that you don't lose. But overall, the experience you get in Ghana, you can't get that experience in. I don't want to shade any country, but last year, Nigeria tried, they attempted, they did so well, and I commend them, because when Nigeria grows and Ghana grows, West Africa grows. So me, I love it. But they are now, they are following Ghana when it comes to tourism, regardless of their might and whatever they have. When it comes to tourism, Nigerians know it. When they tried the December Fest in Nigeria, they call theirs December Fest. And ours is the Dirty December or December in G's. So December Fest Nigeria. Okay. They had all the stars, they have all the artists, but people went through hassle about 9 hours before they got to the event centers or the destination.
So in that case, Nigeria, they carry last.
We saw, when we heard that, the Ghana Tourism Authority, when we heard that say, hey, Charlie, this year, Nigeria is coming. I said, well, let them go. People can go and have experience. Go and experience Nigeria. Come and experience, Ghana. You understand? We are even one region. Okay? But, you see, you won't spend 5 hours, to go for a concert. Are you getting me? So Ghana as a destination, I think that we have not done bad at all. From the baselines that we have given, we are growing. The gaps are one, infrastructure. The gaps are one, infrastructure. Road network leading to most of the tourist sites are not in good shape. Two is capacity building and training. Service quality from operators, vendors, be it tourist site, hotel, drivers, tour guides. We must up our service. Yes,
train them.
Yes, His Excellency the President has, admonished us that proprietors who have set up this business must see that it's business.
That's right.
Some are running it with their relatives. Maybe my nephew come and work in my hotel or restaurant for me, and they will not train them. You understand? But they need to understand that it's a service business, and you need to build the capacity of those delivering the service. You understand? So that is also another issue. Then branding and marketing. You see, when we say Ghana, something must come to mind.
Yeah.
You understand? The brand recall, the brand essence, what do people get when they come to Ghana? We need to be also intentional about it.
Brand
Marketing.
Ghana potent enough?
Yes. Oh yes, Ghana is a well-known brand. In fact, in Africa, as I mentioned, it's among the top 10 destinations in Africa. In West Africa, it's number 1. But we don't want to, praise ourselves and feel that we have, because there's more to do.
There's still room.
There's more room for improvement. We need to develop some spaces. We need to grow. And for tourism to be sustainable, it must benefit the locals.
That's right.
If the locals do not benefit from tourism, it is not a good tourism. You understand? There are countries, I don't want to mention name, the receipts, the money is repatriated back into their country.
Yeah.
You understand?
So as business people, where should we be looking at if we want to invest in tourism in Ghana?
First, you need to do market research and know which area of the tourism business that you want to. I believe that every aspect area of tourism, because it's a socio-economic venture. Let's take some of our cultural heritage products like shea butter. See, shea butter, Ghana is one of the largest producers of shea butter in Africa. And we don't know the value of shea butter. So it's being extracted and exported by even foreigners. We have also not developed the shea butter.
States, right?
You understand? We use shea butter for confectionery chocolates. Most of the European chocolates are 30% shea butter. And the cocoa itself about 20%. Some even less. You understand? And that's why you have, the chocolate. So if you want to go into research about this area, see the market viability, the potential in it.
The famous shea butter massage, Kuruya.
And her studio or museum is overbooked.
That's business.
All time.
Yeah.
Because she saw an opportunity. So you first have to do a research.
Okay.
You can also go into fashion. What kind of fashion, product, which market are you targeting? Do you want to do export? Because, we change clothes every day. So food, you can go into food, whether you want to process the food and export, or you want to, produce here for local consumption. You understand? Then it comes to the infrastructure. Infrastructure like hotel, guest house. You need to also research, do a survey of the market. So there is opportunity. Music, you can invest. Film, creative content, fashion, a lot. You can invest in transportation, but do your research.
That's right.
Do your research. See the seasonality, see the demand factor, train the people who are going to deliver the service, market it, promote it. Tourism is business. The bottom line of tourism is business.
Yeah.
Even if it's entertainment, the bottom line is business.
Yeah. A lot of things seem to be concentrated in Accra. Is that true? Are we also expanding regional tourism, going into other parts of the country?
That is obvious because it's the capital. So you land in Accra first, but other destinations are emerging. Let's take Western region and Volta region. The experiences that you get in the Volta region, you can't get it in any part of the country. And what are the experiences? You have the highest mountain in Ghana in the Volta region. That is Afa Mount Afajato, as they call it. You have the largest or the tallest waterfalls in West Africa. That is Wuli Waterfalls. It's in the Volta region. You have a monkey sanctuary where monkeys have lived with the humans in the community for almost a century, and is there, and that is Tafi Atome. You also have the sea, the beachfront, where you find pristine white beaches, clean blue ocean with resort. That is Keta, from Wuli, Tegbi to Keta, you understand? That is the seaside. So if you want pristine eco-tourism, green, lush, forest, experience, you have the Volta Lake, you have the sea, and also the culture, the food. If you get to the Volta region, the food that you eat is very, very authentic. You see that even the oxygen that you are breathing, you see, that is the Volta region. So Volta region is an eco-tourism destination. You can also go to the Western region. There are heritage and eco in Axim, in Zema land, you understand? Then heritage. Then if you go to Central region, you have heritage, where you have the slave dungeons, culture is there. If you go to Ashanti region, culture abound, from the funeral to the fabric to the artifacts, they do their own sandals. In Kumasi, they do sandals. They do different types of sandals. They do fabric for funeral. They do leather works, handiworks, kente. There's a cultural museum. That is Ashanti region is the citadel of culture. Even in fact, if you go to Ashanti region, you see the people, they don't wear European clothes. Like they are more authentic, Ghanaians. So you can have that culture there. When you go to the northern part of Ghana, you experience wildlife. Wildlife. The largest refugee of elephants in West Africa, you find them in Mole National Park. And also the heritage, the people, the culture, their food. Then you come to Eastern region, so every destination is developing, is evolving. In fact, now it has become very, very competitive. And the government is on a mission of achieving the goal of consolidating Ghana's position as the leading tourism destination in West Africa by investing in infrastructure. So the Big Push project, we are sending a 6 lane from Accra all the way to Takoradi. Government is doing it. We are doing a 6 lane from Accra all the way to Volta region. You understand? And from Volta region, you can cross the river to the northern region. There's a railway line connection to Impakadan. Then from Tema, motorway all the way to Aflao. But, it's a continuous project. So the commitment of government in investing in this huge infrastructure project that leads to these tourism destinations will also open up.
Because that's what will cause entrepreneurs to now come in,
invest,
create businesses and invest. Okay, does the GTA partner with private people, in trying to expand for them to, develop and, build businesses in these tourism areas?
Our key mandate is defined in the act that established as Act 871, 2011, and the subsequent regulations or legislative instruments that have been developed. One, we are the destination marketing organization. Ghana Tourism Authority, our mandate is to market Ghana, sell Ghana, position Ghana as the most preferred destination on the continent for people to come here. So marketing is one. Two, standard quality assurance regulation of the industry. So we regulate accommodation industry under LI 2338. We regulate the tourism sites and attractions under LI 2393. We regulate fast food entertainment. So Parliament has passed laws.
Okay.
So we regulate, and our regulation is one: we license you. Before we license you, we'll come and inspect your facility, whether it meets the standard quality, benchmarks. After licensing you, after inspection, we'll give you the license. We'll come and monitor. We have inspectors who come and monitor, whether it's accommodation or restaurant. We'll come and monitor. After the monitoring, we'll assess. If you have to do some changes and all that, we'll tell you before we'll give you the license. You pay an annual license fee to us. You must also register with the tourism fund. Contribute to the tourism fund, which is the tourism levy.
The 1%.
The 1%. Because we use that money to develop, the tourism sector. So that is where we collaborate. So when you see Ghana Tourism Authority sometimes supporting, partnering an event, we support them sometimes with funds. We give them money. Not only tourist sites and attraction, but including the creative arts, entertainment industry. Because the Act says that the Tourism Development Fund must be a fund used in developing the tourism sector.
In terms of building the capacity of the players, are there anything that you're doing there?
We have collaborated with the Hotel Tourism Catering Institute, HOTCAT. We are going to roll out mobile clinic. Mobile clinic because HOTCAT is in Accra. And how can they extend their services of training to people in Tamale or those in Takrade or those in Kofredia? So we'll be rolling up a road show, like 3 days intensive. We'll put them into clusters, train them, guest relations, train them about room service, train them food hygiene, both the informal sector and the formal sector. So GTA has partnered the Hotel Tourism Catering Institute in partnership with the Ghana Tourism Federation. There's a private umbrella body that is supposed to put government on its toes to deliver and perform its mandate, as stated, and that is the Ghana Tourism Federation. So Ghana Tourism Federation is like National Media Commission, which is the mouthpiece of the media, body in Ghana. But they need to, sit government, because they can push and advocate for reforms and things that they want to see. You understand? Government will do its bit, but the responsibility lies on them because they deliver the service. We are regulators and marketers.
Because when you benchmark what we do here in Ghana across other, even in East Africa, I've been in East Africa, I think we're not thinking global enough. We are not, trying to standardize a lot of things in order to do better, because there's a lot of potential for us in Ghana here. So maybe your capacity building and the things you're doing there will help us, take us from where we are to another level, right? Okay, so as a young Ghanaian, I have some money I want to, invest. Where should I start from?
Food, accommodation, it depends on the money that you have. You can start running Airbnb or what we call the online travel booking application, whether booking.com, Airbnb, HomeAway, Foursquare, but you need to understand digital marketing because there's a marketplace. The marketplace is the diasporas who you want to attract. They spend more nights. If you invest in hospitality accommodation and you don't target the foreign market and you don't know how you are going to attract them, you waste your investment. It will take a long time before you make the money. So you need to understand that the viability or sustainability of the business, will depend on, how frequently people are using the facility. So if you are building an Airbnb or guest house and it's 1 night, 2 nights, 1 night, 2 nights, you see, it's a perishable business. You have like say 8 rooms, and a week you get only 1 person. A month you get only 4 people. You do like 20% monthly. You are underperforming. This is not a sustainable business. You'll not be able to maintain the facility. So who are those who will leave their homes and come and spend more than 2-3 nights? And that is the work of Ghana Tourism Authority. So when we go to the international market, we go to exhibitions like Futur in Spain, we go to Vakantusberg in Netherlands, we go to World Travel Market in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, and we go to World Travel Market in London. We go to ITB, Berlin. We go to sometimes cotton in China. We go to sea trade in Miami. So we have international tourism exhibitions or expos or marketplaces that we go. We go and sell Ghana to tour operators and tell them the experiences that we have here. We also invite influencers to come to this country and come and experience the country and go and tell people about us. So that is the marketing that we do.
How are you leveraging on the digital space? I mean, because we're in an era of what? Digitalization. How are you leveraging on that to market Ghana more? Because at the end of the day, for someone to book my Airbnb, it depends on the number of arrivals. The more the arrivals, the more they will need places to stay. And the more, for us to develop and get more arrivals, we need to market Ghana, right? Some of the things you're saying. How are you leveraging the digital, space to market Ghana more?
We started with influential, content creators. So you see, recently Boris Kujo is here. Today, Gabriel Union is here. Today, Jarul is here. Today, Montel Jordan is here. Today, there are a lot of African-American influencers, celebrities, when they say they are coming to Ghana.
So those are intentional.
They are. You see me sometimes at the airport receiving them, offering them. I show speed. I engage I show speed January 6th this year. Started a conversation and told them that the Ghana Tourism Authority want to be part of his visit to Ghana. But there was an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, that does not allow us to come into the space and say that we did this, we did that, or we are going to do, because the concept of his live streaming is said that he comes and do his thing and is live. But there are local ground handlers who organize the things for him. So, for instance, the Bukom boxing, we set up the boxing ring for him. It's not something that if you go there, you find the boxing ring there. You understand? We set up the boxing ring for I Show Speed. Not only that, we also gave him our bus, the double-decker, the Ghana Tourism Authority bus. Then we also did the car spectacle at the Independence Square, for him. You understand? Then also facilitated, the chopper, the helicopter that took him to Ekropon. You understand? So if you are an influencer and you can sell Ghana, we use your digital platform, to sell. Currently, there's this Zambian journalist, Lillian Chipeso. The Ghana Tourism Authority, under the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative, as Honorable Minister, we sent her to Volta region, we sent her to Eastern region. She's doing content, accommodation, transport, all that. So these are some of the strategies. I can't let all the strategies out, but we are very, very, very
It's not by chance.
No.
Intentional.
Now in America, almost every mayor has a sister relation with Ghana. Yes, we go to the mayors. The mayors are the city, developers or the head of the cities. So Ohio will bring Ohio, New York mayor. We've been bringing mayors. If we can't bring the president, or if it takes a lot to bring the president, we'll start bringing the mayors. And we look out for mayors who have African American, links, background. Whether he came from Trinidad Tobago and he's an American, or Guyana or Jamaican, we bring them and link them. So these are all some of the strategies that are bringing people into the country. And there's demand for accommodation, demand for transport, demand for food, demand for fashion, and it's building our informal sector.
Solid. The year of return, beyond the return, what is the next big one that is coming?
It's Experience the Black Star, or the Black Star Experience. So these were marketing campaigns. We had a marketing campaign called Year of Return. It was a marketing campaign that focused on the diasporan market. Then the domestic market, the marketing campaign was Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, See Ghana. Encouraging the locals, indigenous, to patronize made in Ghana, products, and also experience Ghana's tourism. So it was a marketing campaign that targeted the two markets, the foreign market and the domestic market. Then after the success of the year of return, the government launched Beyond Return. So Beyond Return was like a 30-year, marketing development strategy that was going to build. Then new government, also comes in, and he also he's consolidating what the previous government did, the success of the previous government, in what we describe as the Black Star experience.
Yeah.
So the Black Star experience sits on 7 pillars.
Okay.
Key among them is fashion.
Okay.
Now, as I said, fashion, we are intentional supporting the fashion industry in selling, their works to the global market. Then film. The film industry, president has given them about 20 million, Ghana cedis, though it's inadequate, but it's a commitment because they've never had even 2 million before.
Yeah.
This is the first time they are getting 20 million.
Yeah.
The 20 million is a, fund giving to them. So the film industry can look at what can we do. They go to the National Film Authority. They can assess this fund, use it in developing. Then you come to food, gastronomy. So if you remember during March, we launched what we call Ghana Month. From every TV network, you don't wear any European dress. Made in Ghana, wear. The whole of, some were even displaying the culture of their tribes. Whether Gans, Fantes, the display. And now churches have also come in.
Yeah.
The schools have also joined. My kids went to school, they told them that today they are doing Ghana wear. So they should wear this, they should do that, they should do that. So these are all strategies that we use in building our tourism industry.
Talking about religion, does the church have any role to play?
Sure. There's religious tourism going on in the country. I can mention Bishop Dagi Ward Mills. I can mention Prophet Nana Sarkodie. I can mention Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. I can mention Dr. Robert Ampia Kofi. They have also been holding conferences, bringing African speakers, global speakers. People have heard them, they travel. So religious tourism, people come into this country for church conventions and church activities.
Yeah.
Now we have seen that some of our churches, especially the charismatic churches, they do translation from English to French.
Yeah.
So it means that there's a target of our neighboring French community. So religious tourism is also going on. Then spiritual tourism. Yeah, there are those who also attend
Tap into spiritual powers.
festivals, and there's one in Eastern region,
I see.
and those who go to the Volta region, Nogopo, they have a festival that the shrine people come there. That's their belief.
Okay, so what is one thing you think we should stop doing for Ghana tourism? And one thing we should start doing?
One thing we should stop doing.
We're doing very well.
No, not that. I'm just trying to. There are a lot.
Yeah.
But I just want to see the one that stands out.
Yeah.
We should stop doing. I think pollution. And
taking care of the
environment.
Yeah.
Our environment. My heart bleeds when I see plastics at the beachfront. It saddens my heart because I've been to some destinations in Africa, and their sea, their ocean. That is where the body, comes to relax. But in our beaches, you'll be swimming and some plastic will be, you might think it's fish before you realize it's rubber.
It's rubber. Okay, so take care of the environment. Especially the beaches.
Especially the
and
beaches,
we like
our drains and
around.
all that.
Yeah, drains. Yeah.
That's the
I think that's
aspect
a solid point. That's one thing we should really, try and stop.
Indiscriminate disposal of waste. Some even throw waste into the drains.
Yeah.
Some dislodge waste, to the sea.
Yeah.
We should find a better way of disposing of our waste and stop, polluting the environment.
That's really a negative for tourism. But what is another thing we should start doing if we're not doing now?
The love for this country. I think there was a time, or there came a time where Ghanaians were so proud of ourselves. Maybe the CAN 2008, in recent past, the CAN 2008. Everybody wearing that Ghana flag, Ghana t-shirt, Ghana. I think it's coming up, but we have to
bring
be.
Back the love.
Let's bring back the love. Chief, I have traveled, quite well on the continent of Africa. There's no place like Ghana. I tell you. I'm not saying that because I'm a Ghanaian or because Ghanaians are, we are very hospitable by default. I don't know. People meet you and they are so nice. You go to some countries, though you are black, they don't even know where you are coming from. They are reserved.
Yeah.
They are hostile. They don't smile. But Ghana, across the country. So let's show that love to our visitors. Let people come here and say that they are nice. The way our mothers in the market, welcome their customer. Hello, daddy, darling, please come. You understand? That is our culture, our hospitality. We should be, let's do that. Let people come to this country and feel that, oh, they are very nice. Oh, please, I'm sorry. Thank you. Medase. You understand? Yes, that's our culture. We're known for that. We should improve on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's end with this. Where do you see Ghana tourism in the next 5 to 10 years?
It can overtake oil, which is number 2, because that is what Dubai has done.
That will be the new oil.
The new oil will be tourism. If we continue on this trajectory that we are going, develop infrastructure, build capacities, create product and experiences, make the destination affordable and accessible, market it. People should come here all year round. January to December. You must see foreigners, visitors in buses, coaches, going to tourist sites and attractions, buying food, buying clothes, buying artifacts. In the next 5 years, Ghana should be the tourism destination of Africa, where people are coming from different parts of the world.
So we should rise from number 8. Oh, are we number 8 now?
In Africa.
In Africa.
Yeah, let's say number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah, we should rise from number 8 and come to, let's say, number 5. Between
5 to 10 years.
5 to
from
10 years.
From 8 to number 5.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
I'm grateful.